Welcome back to Digital Champions on Daily Ad Brief. I'm your host, Mary Therese, coming to you from Atlanta. Very glad to have on the program today from electriQ Marketing in San Diego. We've got Brandon Amoroso, who is the CEO. Glad to have you on the program, Brandon.
Thank you for having me.
Let's talk about electriQ Marketing. Tell me about it and tell our viewers what you're about and what's the one thing you try to drive home with folks.
So we're a Gen Z e-commerce agency, primarily focused on Shopify. We work on three main performance marketing channels. One is lifecycle marketing, so really email and SMS, but just overall, how do we increase customer lifetime value? The second is SEO and content. And the third is social, both influencer and paid ads. And then we have a design and development team that supports those three main performance marketing channels. We're a team of a little under 30 at the moment. And just sort of constantly growing and trying to expand our footprint.
How do you see marketing changes over the next 2 years and how it affects what you're doing?
I think a lot of the iOS updates have caused our work with lifecycle marketing and really honing in on customer lifetime value to be increasingly important. Also, the work that we're doing with SEO and content, so that we're acquiring new customers via organic search when some of the more traditional paid advertising channels that a lot of our clients used to rely on, like Facebook, aren't as effective, or it's not as visible or transparent what your results are. So we've had more and more brands asking us to focus on really enhancing the relationship with the customers that they currently have.
What is one solid tip that you like to give to anybody that you meet on the street about digital marketing? Because let's face it, it's not your mom and dad's marketing today.
I think most brands should focus more time on the post-purchase experience than I think is currently being given to it. I would invest in a robust post-purchase flow for both first-time purchasers, second-time purchasers, and so on, to make sure that you're really crafting a great brand experience, because it's always cheaper to keep your customers than it is to acquire new ones.
Oh, amen, amen to that. Who are your customers? Who are you? Are you more mainstream size companies, larger companies, small, or do you have something that you can accommodate everybody?
So we focus on three specific industries within e-commerce, but we accommodate a variety of sizes. It's just sort of our strategy and our approach differs depending on which size of business we're working with. There's startups that we'll work with who are like one or two people. It's still the founders, and we just need to get them set up with a framework, and then they go on and try to get more organic growth on their own. We have more like mid-tier brands where we're taking on a lot of their advertising because they don't have the budget to go and hire a team of 10 marketing people. And then we have our larger, more enterprise clients where we're specializing in like 2 or 3 areas for them at most, but then we're working with their team and their other agency partners as well. And so those are really the 3 types of clients that we'll work with. And then the 3 industries are consumable goods, usually with a health and wellness component. So like anything you'd find in a Whole Foods aisle. The second is skincare, beauty. And then third is more traditional retail, like fashion brand or just consumer apparel goods.
You know, when we bring subject matter experts like yourself on Digital Champions, we try to share the knowledge wealth, if you will, for folks who are maybe just embarking into this business. What advice do you give to someone who's jumping into this digital age for a business, as far as tools that you use, that no kidding, you got to use this if you're going to do this, and why?
So if you are starting a new e-commerce website, then I think it's a no-brainer to get started on a tech stack like Shopify. That's going to allow you to easily implement a lot of marketing functionality that you would not be able to otherwise. Like over the last 10 years, sort of e-commerce functionality has been democratized in the sense that it doesn't require a massive development team or resources anymore, because tools like Shopify have made it plug and play for small businesses to be able to come in and take what they're thinking from a creative standpoint and actually make it happen digitally. And so I would definitely start with Shopify, and then just be very, very specific about what apps you bring into that ecosystem, and make sure they all work cohesively together. You don't want to end up in a position where like you have a review program that doesn't integrate with your email program or something along those lines. So just to be conscious of that, because that'll inhibit scale and growth later on down the line.
Excellent advice. Always great to have the tips of the trade from the subject matter experts like yourself, Brandon. Really appreciate you taking the time to be with us today. And we'll see you more in the future on Digital Champions. Thanks so much.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
You bet. If you want to know more about what Brandon and the folks at electriQ Marketing are doing, easy to do. All you do is go to our website at dailyadbrief.com. We'll see you next time for more Digital Champions. I'm Mary Treese.